check where we are looking at confluence of fundamental and technical factors. Today I have for you two stocks which may be considered to be slightly off the beaten track, and these are small to mid cap kind of stocks which are not among the two prominent. First up, SHIVALIK bimetal. Now this is a stock which is engaged in producing bimetal strips and stampings. Now these find application in the electrical and electronic industries and all across a pretty wide range of applications, which is really what has contributed to the stock going up, and as you can see from the chart, a superb trend over the last few years. The company actually got into a bit of a bother in the early part of this decade, but by about 2014 it had got its act together again, and over the last about 4 years, from let's say 2014-15 till 2018, it's been growing at a pretty decent pace of about 19% CAGR. I think that is what has resulted in this big uptrend, which you can see on the stock as the turnaround happened. Company is currently quoting at about 20x, which is not really expensive, particularly considering that there is still a lot of growth which is visible ahead. So that is why perhaps you are seeing on the chart here that there is very minimal kind of retracement to the gains that the company has made. So the corrective consolidation that we have seen has just retraced the whole rise by about 38%, which is kind of minimal for a stock which is in a bullish mode. Now what we are seeing at the bottom panel is the momentum indicator, and there you are finding that there is a rise in the momentum. The momentum has actually picked up quite a bit. Now normal set of patterns to see a correction after a great trend, and now that correction seems to be completed because certain time element with vis-a-vis the rise and the corrective moves, they are in coordination now, and with the pickup of momentum it seems that SHIVALIK bimetal might now start moving up again, and that's a stock to look at, currently priced at about 100-105 price region, and the all-time high that the stock reached is not too far, right? The very minimal price damage shows that people who went long in the stock, playing for this recovery in the stock, have not really let go of their position. So therefore this momentum signal clearly suggests that trend revival is in progress, and the all-time high being at 130, I think that would be easily approached if not surpassed, which means that from here 30% upside is possible. Moving on to our next stock, which is Nath Biogen. Nath Biogen produces, distributes and markets seeds for the farming community, and with the government's focus on farming and agriculture, I think great future lies, because the company itself has guided for a consistent growth across the coming set of years at about 30 to 40%. The chart that you see here on the screen is a comparative chart. There are several stocks from the seeds area that are listed, KSCL, Kaveri Seeds being the most prominent. Monsanto is a giant across the world. JK Agrigenetics is the other one which is also listed, but you can see that the relative performance, you are seeing actually Monsanto doing the worst, whereas Nath Biogen is the one doing the best on a relative basis. I think similar to what I described for the earlier stock, Nath Biogen trends, if you see over a longer period of time, you will find that this is also another stock where the long positions have not been surrendered at all. All of them had a great trend across 2016-17, but over 2018 all the seed stocks have seen a pullback, right? I think within that pullback, Nath Bio has been extremely resistant towards declining, is holding on to its position. Not only that, at the end of this let's say 1 year of decline, in the kind of improvement that you are seeing, Nath Biogen seems to be leading the pack. Now with an expectation of about 30-40% growth, which has been guided by the management and which seems quite clearly quite possible, and added to the fact that pledged shares of the promoters were revoked recently. Now all of these are adding up to positive factors for Nath Biogen, right? So I would think that the stock, which is currently trading around 400 rupees, has an expectation to move to at least about 530. That's about 25% to the upside, which is possible across the year.